Have you ever felt that you were born with a purpose, but you never knew how to explain? Have you ever been feeling that God watches you up close, as if there was a secret mission reserved for you? If this question has moved you, it is until the end of this video, because what I will reveal to you today goes beyond everything you have ever heard about astrology, signs, and spirituality. Today, we will open a portal of deep knowledge, a direct connection between the zodiac, the manifestation of miracles, and the prophecies of one of the greatest mediums in history, Edgar Cayce. He who became known as the sleeping prophet channeled impressive messages about how some people from birth, they carry divine codes, spiritual gifts, and a call that are able to understand. And the most impressive, most of these chosen, they are born under the influence of 3 specific signs of the zodiac. 3 signs that, according to Edgar Cayce, were energetically programmed to manifest miracles, open accomplishment portals, and turn pain into purpose. But beware, before revealing what these signs are, I need to ask you something. Have you ever had dreams that looked like real messages from the universe? Already woke up in the middle of the night with spells, visions, or that strange feeling that something big was about to happen? Have you ever had coincidences so unusual that they even gave you goosebumps? If you answered yes to any of these questions, maybe you are one of the chosen ones. And this message did not come to you by chance. The technique that I will share here goes far beyond astral map, weekly forecasts, or magazine horoscopes. It involves a powerful combination between spirituality, faith, and the deep understanding of its own cosmic energy. And there is more, no matter if you are one of these 3 signs or not, because at the end of this video, I will also teach you how to access this vibration, how to activate your own frequency of manifestation, and how to align with the mission that the universe has reserved for you. So already comment below what is your sign, and tells if you have had any spiritual signal, some experience that made you believe that you are protected, chosen, or guided by God. Because from now on, let's start a journey towards the most hidden spiritual secrets of the zodiac. And before revealing what are the 3 signs chosen by God to manifest miracles, I need you to do something very important now. If this theme is already moving your intuition, if at some point in your life you have felt that there is something bigger guiding you, leave your comment below saying, "I feel I was chosen." Write in the comments your sign and share some spiritual experience that you have ever lived. It can be a dream that seemed like a prophecy, a coincidence that saved you from something bad, or even a moment of intuition that changed the course of your life. This is not just to increase video comments, it's to create a real power of energy among all of us who are here watching now. Each person who comments, who shares his story, strengthens the spiritual connection of this space. Together, let's turn this video a true portal of light, of revelation, and of divine purpose. And enjoy, already leave your like, because it makes YouTube deliver this content to more people who also need to hear this message. Maybe someone you don't even imagine is in need exactly this spiritual response today. If you are not yet subscribed here on the channel, click the subscriber button, activate the notification bell, because in the next videos I will continue bringing messages, revelations, and teachings that can completely change the way you see your destination. Your participation here is fundamental, because everything I will reveal from now on, it will only make sense if you are totally connected with me, attentive to every detail, and with an open heart to receive this prophecy that can transform your life not only but also your spiritual future. Now, take a deep breath, because what I'm going to tell you next, it's the secret that has been hidden for a long time. A mystery that is only now being revealed, about the 3 signs that were chosen by God to manifest miracles on earth. Have you ever had the feeling that supernatural things happen to you? Have you been through moments when everything seemed lost, and suddenly, something invisible, almost inexplicable, turned the game to your advantage? That deliverance in the last second, that strange dream that came true days later, or that intuition so strong that you just couldn't ignore. I know, it may seem coincidence, it may seem just imagination, but today I want to show you that maybe it was a clear sign that you are part of a very special group, a group of people who are not here by chance. There is an energy, a force, that connects a few chosen with the spiritual plane. People who have been marked from birth, people who bring on their astral chart, a different frequency, a divine mission. And when I talk about divine mission, I'm not just talking about beautiful or poetic things. I'm talking about real purpose, of a secret technique, a kind of spiritual key that is coded within 3 specific signs of the zodiac. These signs are not better or worse than others, but they are different. They carry a kind of energy that makes the manifestation of miracles happen more intensely in their lives. These are people who, even in the worst situations, have a type of invisible protection. Do you know that friend who always seems to fall standing? That goes through the greatest trials, but always resurfaces stronger. Or that person who, even without understanding, feels when something bad is to happen and change route to time? Yeah, usually. These people are one of these 3 signs that I will reveal in a little while. But before, I need to ask you again, and I want you to really think about it. How many times in your life have you felt that you had something bigger guiding you? How many times have you had that feeling that no one else understood, but then confirmed? Have you noticed how many strange coincidences happened well when you needed a signal? You've already gotten saying phrases like, "This can't just be coincidence," or "It looks like there's a bigger force looking for me." These experiences are not just random situations. According to the prophecies of Edgar Cayce, one of the greatest mediums the world has ever known, these signs are forms of spiritual communication. These are codes sent by God, the angels, and by the universe, directed precisely to the chosen ones. Cayce spoke of a direct connection between the astrological signs and the spiritual mission of each person, and he warned that within certain astral maps, there is a standard of energy, a predisposition to access miracles and open manifestation portals. And that's exactly what is happening to you now. The fact that you are watching this video right now, it's no coincidence. It may seem like an extra click on YouTube, but you can be sure this message is coming to you because somehow your soul was already looking for this answer. There is an invisible call, a vibration that brought you here, and is now about to reveal itself even more clarity. And by the way, how many times have you ignored these signs? How many times the universe tried to show you something, but you were too busy, distracted, with a mind full of worries? Do you know that number that is repeated? That dream that makes you restless? That random conversation that seems to have come to give you an answer? All of this is part of the same spiritual plot that involves the 3 chosen signs. And before you think this video is just another signs content, let me tell you, what I'm about to reveal goes beyond astrology, goes beyond generic predictions. This is about destiny, about life mission, about connection with the divine. You are about to understand why certain things always happen to you, and why you feel everything with an intensity that a lot of people around you will never be able to understand. But look, so that this revelation makes the most meaning to you, I need you to be part of this power chain that we are creating here. The more people interact with this video, the stronger this spiritual connection we are building now. So, when I finish revealing the 3 signs, I really want you to come back here in the comments and tell me, what was the strongest signal you ever received from God? What kind of supernatural manifestation has happened in your life? If you want, you can already make it written now, a phrase that strengthens this energy. Something like, "I feel the signs of God every day," or "My mission is starting now." Your story can inspire other people. It may be the sign that someone on the other side is needing to read today. So if you are ready, if you feel that this message is for you, stay with me until the end, because the revelation of the three signs chosen by God to manifest miracles. Today, I will reveal what are the three signs that, according to Edgar Cayce's prophecies, carry a spiritual code that connects them directly with miracles. An invisible but powerful technique that acts as a bridge between the material plane and the spiritual plane. A connection between what you want and what the universe can deliver. And the most amazing of all this is that this technique works even when the person is not yet aware of the power he carries. This means that often these miracles start to happen without her knowing the reason. But today, with what I will reveal you will have a chance to deeply understand why all this. And stay with me until the end of this video, because besides telling you what these three signs chosen by God are to manifest miracles, I will also teach you how you can access this energy, even if your sign is not among them. Yes, because the truth is that although these three signs have a natural ease, a kind of spiritual predisposition to materialize desires and receive blessings, the technique they use, often unconsciously, can be learned, adapted, and applied by anyone who is willing to align body, mind, and spirit. It's as if they were the original channel, the first to receive the signal. But you can also tune in that same frequency if you know the way. I will show you that way. But before, it's essential that you are completely present here with me. No opening other tabs. No letting this video rolling in the background while doing other things. What you will hear now can really turn your vision about your own destiny and how the universe has been trying to talk to you a lot more time than you think. Now, let me tell you a little more about why these three signs are so special. Edgar Cayce, known as the sleeping prophet, was not just an ordinary medium. He channeled information that went far beyond the human understanding of the time. During his hundreds of spiritual readings, Cayce described astral patterns, connections between birth dates, position of the planets, and the spiritual missions that each soul brought to this life. In many of these channeled messages, he made it clear that there are people who are born with an energy opening, as if they carry a secret code written within themselves. And do you know what is most fascinating? Most of these souls are concentrated in these three signs that today I will reveal you. But why these signs? The answer is simple, but at the same time deep. Each zodiac sign carries a specific frequency, a vibration that connects with elements of nature, spiritual archetypes and forces that go far beyond what conventional science can explain. While some signs carry the power of action, others carry the power of intuition, others the power of transformation. And these three signs in particular are the bearers of the gift of manifestation. Yes, these are people who have a direct connection with the field of creation, who can turn thoughts into reality more easily, that vibrate in a tune that attracts quick answers from the universe, and that often, without even realizing it, are already cooking miracles while other people are still dreaming. And before you start thinking that all this is just theory, I want to remind you of one thing. Everything that exists today in your life was first created in your mind, in your energy, in your emotions. It all starts inside and then materialize outside. These three signs have the natural ability to make this bridge between the invisible and visible world, between desire and fulfillment, between the request and the miracle. And I know that you are curious right now, maybe even eager to know what these signs are, and I promise I will tell you. But before, I want you to look at your own story and ask yourself, how many times have I asked for something with the heart and the universe responded unexpectedly? How many times did I feel that my thoughts had greater power than I could understand? And I want to make you a special invitation now. An invitation that will help increase the strength of this energy chain that we are creating in this video. If, while I'm talking, you're feeling that this message is for you, if any part of your intuition is already saying that you are part of it, I want you to leave here in the comments the phrase, "I accept my spiritual mission." Also put your sign, and if you have had any manifestation experience, share with me. It can be a small thing or a big thing, no matter the size of the miracle. What matters is the connection. Your comment will be a testimony, a declaration of faith. And who knows, you can even inspire other people who are here with us now, seeking the same signal that you are receiving right now. And don't forget, if what I'm talking about here makes sense to you, leave the like in this video, subscribe to the channel, and activates the bell. The first sign chosen by God to manifest miracles carries in its essence a hidden power, a sensitivity that transcends the physical plane and directly touches the deepest layers of spirituality. We are talking about fish. Since birth, Pisceans carry the mark of those who hear the invisible call. They are like spiritual antennas, capturing frequencies that most people don't even notice. Even when they are still children, many already report vivid dreams, intuition so accurate that they get scared, and that constant feeling that something bigger is leading their steps, even when everything looks like a complete chaos. Pisces is not just a sign of emotion, it is a sign of direct connection with the divine. Those born under this energy came into the world with a mission, being channels of healing, transformation, and manifestation. But, like every spiritual mission, this gift also has a price. The life of those born in fish is never simple. These are people who face deep pain, unexpected losses, disappointments that come from where least expected. Many times, Pisceans feel alone, misunderstood, carrying a sadness that they themselves do not know how to explain where it comes from. But what few understand is that all this pain is part of a process of spiritual cut. It is as if God allowed them to be tested, to learn to trust their intuition above any external evidence. When everything says no, when reality seems to be too hard, it is at this moment that the invisible force manifests itself in the life of a Piscean. Deliverances happen, doors open when they were already given as closed, and what seemed impossible simply materializes. The secret technique that accompanies fish is the prophetic intuition, an ability to feel what will happen, to predict situations, and to capture messages that the universe whispers to the ear of the soul. Many Pisceans don't even notice, but they are able to sense future events with scary accuracy, whether through dreams that look more like visions, either through sudden chills, that cold sensation that runs through the spine suddenly, or even that strange discomfort in the chest, which always comes before something important happens. And don't think this is coincidence. It's pure spirituality. The universe talks to fish in symbolic forms, through signs that manifest themselves in everyday life. A song that plays well at the right time, an unexpected connection, an encounter with a person who carries the answer they were asking in prayer. And the most curious thing is that often they don't understand why all this, they just know they need to follow what the heart is saying. This is why so many Pisceans report that feeling of déjà vu, of having lived certain situations even before they happen. The rational mind tries to explain, but the soul knows. This is the echo of a spiritual mission that was designated long before they are born. The sensitivity of fish is not weakness, it is a divine tool. But there is a detail that cannot be ignored. When a Piscean tries to deny this spiritual side, when he moves away from his essence, when he tries to live like a normal person without hearing his own intuition, life begins to weigh. The paths lock, anxiety grows, things begin to go wrong for no apparent reason. It is as if the universe shouted, "You were not born to live like the others. You were chosen to manifest what others do not do." So if you are fish or know someone who is, pay attention to everything I'm telling you now, because this secret technique of prophetic intuition needs to be respected, cultivated, and used wisely. Ignoring this gift is like closing your eyes in front of a road that is clearly illuminated to you. And I know that right now, many people who are watching are already identifying themselves. They are already remembering situations where they have been guided by signs. They are already connecting the pieces of the spiritual puzzle of their own life. If this is your case, holds firm, because we still have 2 more signs chosen by God to reveal. But before continuing, I want to make you an invitation to further strengthen this energy that we are creating here. If you are fish, or if you have experienced any strong intuition experience, some prophetic dream, some coincidence that has changed the course of your life, writes in the comments the phrase, "My intuition is my gift," and tell, if you want, a little of your story. It can be brief, it can be a word, or even just your favorite emoji. But leave something there that shows the universe that you recognize this connection. This will help not only in engaging this video, but it will also create a chain of stories, real experiences that can inspire others to recognize their own signs. After all, spirituality works on a network, and your testimony may be the sign someone was asking today. Now, take a deep breath, because then, let's dive into the mystery of God's second sign to manifest. Miracles. The second sign chosen by God to manifest miracles carries within itself a force that few can understand, but that the universe recognizes immediately. We are talking about Leo, the warriors of faith, those who, even when everything says, even when life, it seems to close all the doors, they keep walking with their heads up and their hearts full of hope. Leo is not just about brightness, vanity, or protagonism as many think. Leo is about spiritual courage. It's about fighting with faith, even when reality seems to scream the opposite. From an early age, Leonines undergo evidence that shapes their essence. These are people who, in childhood, often face rejection, go through situations where they are discredited, diminished, criticized for being who they are. There is a silent loneliness that accompanies Lion behind the scenes of life, because while everyone sees the exterior, the strength, the charisma, few perceive the internal battles they face daily. Leo feels and feels a lot. But the difference is that they learn to turn pain into action, hurt into overcoming, fear into courage. And here comes the secret technique that makes Leo a true channel of divine manifestation, the power of the word. Leonines have the gift of turning words into reality. What they declare, the universe listens. And more than listening, the universe responds. It is no coincidence that many Leonines are natural leaders, people who, with a simple sentence, can change the mood of an environment, raise the mood of someone, or even decree a turn in their own life. How many times have you heard a Leonino say, "I'll get it," and shortly thereafter, did he get it? How many times, in the midst of despair, they spoke so certainly, with such conviction, that it seemed there was no other option other than victory? This is not just a strong personality. This is a spiritual code, a gift that was delivered by God, so that they could be true bridges between heaven and earth. When a Leonino opens his mouth with true intention, with faith, with real emotion, the energy field around it moves, the air changes, opportunities begin to emerge from where no one expected. And the most beautiful thing is that they often do not even be aware of this power. They think they are just being themselves, when in fact they are decreeing the impossible. But it is important to say this power also comes with responsibility. When a Leonine speaks negative words, when he surrenders to discouragement, or when he begins to repeat self-sabotage phrases, the universe also listens. Therefore, many Leonines experience moments of fall, blockages, just when they disconnect from their creative essence. It is as if God said, "You have forgotten who you are." so I will remember you through difficulties. Therefore, the secret is to keep the vibration high, in choosing the words wisely, and especially in talking to the heart. Leo does not manifest miracles only with his mind. He manifests with the soul, with that inner fire that burns, even when everything around it seems to be in ruins. And it is precisely in these moments of despair when the Leonino gathers his last strength and declares with all conviction, "This will change," that the universe doubles and the change happens. And maybe while you are listening to it all, you are already remembering situations where you witnessed this kind of power. Or maybe you are a Leonino, and now the puzzle pieces begin to make sense. Can you remember times when a phrase of yours changed everything, from situations you didn't even know how, but after talking, things just started to happen? And if you are from another sign, but live with someone from Lion, stop and think, how many times did that person motivated you, made you believe in yourself, only with words? This is no wonder. They were placed in your life because they are part of this army of light. May God spread here on earth to be an example of strength, faith, and resilience. So now, I really want to make a special request to strengthen the energy of this video. If you are a lion, or if you have lived any strong experience related to the power of the word, comments below. My voice has power. Share if you want some situation that marked your life, a few times when you saw a phrase of you turn into reality, or even the time a simple positive thinking has become an unexpected miracle. Your story can awaken faith in who is watching. Now, it may be the spiritual push that someone needed. So leave your testimony here, strengthen this chain, and stay with me, because then let's reveal the third and last sign chosen by God, the one who carries the energy of time, of anticipation, and the manifestation at the exact moment. And now we come to the third sign chosen by God to manifest miracles, the sign that carries with it the energy of time, divine weight, and the perfect synchronity between desire and fulfillment. We are talking about a virgin. Yes, Virginians, often seen only as organized, meticulous, and detailed. They are actually the true guardians of time within the zodiac. They are not here just to plan, calculate, or organize. They were designated spiritually to feel the exact moment, to act, to move, and to transform. From an early age, those who are born in Virgin feel the weight of anticipation. These are people who often live with that uncomfortable feeling that they are always expecting something, as if life was an eternal count, where the great event has not yet come, but it is on its way. This silent anxiety accompanies many virgins for years, sometimes for decades, and it's not a common anxiety. It's a spiritual restlessness. While other people live on the impulse, in a hurry, Virgin learns early on that everything has a cycle, everything has a time, and that the universe only releases the blessings when the ground is prepared. This causes many virgins to be tested for life, tested by the delay, tested for the frustration of seeing others conquering things before, tested by waiting that seems to have no end. But what few know is that this period of waiting is not a punishment. It is a spiritual training. It is the universe teaching Virgin to trust in divine time, understanding that the greatest miracles happen when body, mind, spirit, and cosmic energy are perfectly aligned. The secret technique of Virgin is the connection with sacred time. They know in the back of the soul that acting ahead of time can spoil everything, and that waiting too much can also mean missing the opportunity. So, when the moment comes, when the signal comes, when the heart says with that absolute clarity, "It's now," they act with almost surgical accuracy and move mountains, and the signs that life sends to Virginians are as subtle as it is powerful. It is no coincidence that so many Virginians report to see repeated hours often, like 11:11, 22:22, 12:12, or that experiences of Synchronicities are lived so exact that it even gives shiver. That connection that comes at the right time, that opportunity that appears in the last second, that conversation that changes everything, just when they were about to give up. And maybe, if you're a virgin, you've ever lived moments when you clearly felt that the universe was testing you, leaving you in the dark for a while, just to surprise you with such a perfect answer that you realize that everything was worth it. This is the cycle of the guardian of time. Wait, trust, prepare and act when the universe gives the signal. But there is an important detail. When virgin doubts himself, when he loses faith, when he tries to control the uncontrollable, things lock. The spiritual clock 4. The energy of manifestation weakens. Therefore, it is essential that Virginians learn to listen to intuition, to respect the silence of the waiting periods, and to recognize the small signs that the universe sends every day. And don't think that this wait makes Virgin a passive sign. On the contrary, they are always in the internal motion, while the world thinks they are standing. In fact, they are aligning every detail, organizing the next steps, cleaning the energy field, preparing the mind, and strengthening the faith. And for when the moment comes, they are ready to act with all the strength that God has placed inside them. If you have had that feeling that everything in your life was a sequence of tests, that everything seemed more difficult for you than to others, but that in the end, things happened so synchronized that you even wondered, how is it possible? So no, you are part of this spiritual lineage. You are a time guardian. And now, to further strengthen this manifestation energy that we are creating together here in this video, I want to make you a special invitation. If you are a virgin, or if you have had any striking experience with synchronicities, with signs of time, with answers that arrived, at the exact moment, comments below the phrase, "I trust God's time," if you want tell your experience. It may be that day when a repeated number appeared to you, that coincidence that seemed impossible, or that moment when, after so much waiting, the miracle finally happened. Your story may be the sign that someone else here in the comments is waiting to have more faith, to keep believing, to understand that the wait has a purpose. So leave your brand here, strengthens this chain, because then I will show you, like anyone, even if it's not fish, lion or virgin, you can learn to access this spiritual technique and start manifesting their own miracles. And if you have arrived here and you are thinking, but what if I don't go from any of these 3 chosen signs? Does it mean that I don't have access to this manifestation energy? Can I not attract miracles to my life? Calm down, breathe deeply, because the universe is much more inclusive and generous than we think. What I will reveal you now, it is perhaps the most important part of this whole video. There is a code, a frequency, a kind of spiritual password that anyone can access, regardless of the sign they carry on the astral chart. Yes, it is true that fish, lion, and virgin are born with this natural predisposition. They have within themselves a connection that facilitates access to these miraculous manifestations. But the good news is that the universe responds to something even greater than its solar sign. It responds to its vibration. He responds to the alignment between his intention, his faith, and his action. This is the magical tripod, the spiritual triad that opens any door, that drops any block, that brings you closer to what today seems impossible today. And you know why I'm telling you this? Because the energy of manifestation is not a privilege, it is a choice. It's a daily decision to align what you want with what you feel and what you do. It's no use just wanting, it's no use just feeling, and it's just no use acting without purpose. The secret is to put the 3 together at the same frequency, at the same time. Let's talk first about the intention. The universe needs to clearly understand what you really want. Many requests are not made because they are confused, full of doubts, or made mechanically, without true emotion. So, first of all, define your intention. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what do I really want to manifest? It can be a new job, a cure, a reunion, or even an internal transformation. Whatever it is, put it in the center of your mind, as if it were the only important thing in the world now. Then the faith comes. And here I need you to understand one thing. Faith is not just believing when everything is working. Faith is precisely to keep sure when everything around it seems to say otherwise. Faith is to declare that the miracle is already yours, even before any physical signal happens. It's looking at a crisis scenario and saying, I know God is acting behind the scenes, and at any moment everything can change. And last but not least, the action comes. Yes, because the universe responds to the movement. It's no use just to mentalize, just make statements, and then cross your arms, hoping something will fall from the sky. You need to act as if what you asked was already on your way. If you have asked for a new love, start taking care of yourself, to open emotional space for that person to arrive. If you asked for a new job, update your resume, send messages, make contacts. If you asked for a cure, take care of your mind, your body, your energy. And now, to seal this moment, I want to teach you a little ritual, a simple practice, but it has a gigantic power of spiritual alignment. No matter where you are, if you can close your eyes for a few seconds, take a deep breath, put one hand over your heart, and repeat mentally with me. I align my intention, my faith, and my actions. I'm an open channel for the miracles of God. I accept, I get, and I thank you for everything that is already on your way. Allow this phrase to echo within you as a decree, a cosmic password, a statement that opens ways. And if at that moment you felt something different, a shiver, an emotion, a desire to smile or even cry, know that it's your energy field responding. It is the universe saying, I heard you. And now, as always, I want to invite you to further strengthen this energy that we are creating here. If this message made sense to you, if you feel you are ready to access this manifestation power, leave here in the comments the phrase, I active my spiritual code. If you want, also share what your intention is, what miracle you are manifesting right now, or even tell which of the 3 steps, intent, faith, or action, you feel that you need to work harder. You can write only the phrase, you can tell your story, or you can just put a fire emoji, star, or heart to make your energy recorded here with us. Your participation makes all the difference. It strengthens the energy field of this video, and it also shows to the universe that you are ready to live this new phase. So comment, share your experience, and if you haven't done it yet, leave the like, you subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. And now that you have come here, after hearing about the 3 signs chosen by God to manifest miracles, and after understanding that even if you are not fish, lion, or virgin, the universe also has an accessible code for you. I need to tell you something very important. None of this happened by chance. The fact that you are watching this video, of having come to this moment, of having felt these words echoing inside your heart, it's the greatest proof that this message had to get to you today. A lot of people will watch this video just out of curiosity, but some people, those who are really in tuning with this energy, will feel something different, a shiver, a desire to cry, a thrilling that rises from the chest without explanation, or even that feeling that finally everything begins to make sense. If this is happening to you now, listen to what I will tell you. Your spiritual awakening process has begun. Each phrase I brought here, every word, each example, each sign, was designed to activate within you the memory of who you really are. You are not lost, you are not alone, and especially, you have never been forgotten by God. Your astral chart, your story, your pain, everything has a purpose, and if you felt that the universe spoke to you through this video, then your time came to take the next step. But before I want to ask you something that will further strengthen this energy that we are creating together here. If at some point in this video you felt that you were touched by any of the messages, if you identified yourself with the signs of Fish, with the strength of Leo, with the patience and faith of Virgo, or if you felt that this content has opened a new perspective for your life, leave here the phrase, "I active my divine mission," writes with faith, with intention, as if this comment were your spiritual commitment to the universe from today. If you want, also share what was the sign that has moved you most, or which of the 3 signs the most look like your trajectory so far. You can tell your story, you can only write the sentence, or even leave an emoji that represents what you are feeling now. And I want to make you another very special request. If you know someone who is one of these signs, someone you know, you need to hear this message. Share this video with this person right now. It may be that friend who lives talking about intuition, that person who has an impressive word force, or that Virginian who always seems to know the right time of everything. Send this video to her, because believe me, this message is not just for you. It is for all the chosen ones who are ready to wake up. And of course, if you haven't left your like yet, do it now. This helps YouTube to understand that this content is relevant and makes more people who need this word receive this video as an answer. Your like can be the push that the algorithm needs to deliver this video to someone that today, exactly today, is asking for a signal. And if you are not yet registered here on the channel, click now the subscribe button, activate Tininho, because in the next videos I will continue to bring content that will move your soul with your faith and your destiny. What I have prepared for the next few days will reveal even more about the invisible energies that surround us, about the spiritual mission of each sign, and about the secret codes that the universe sends us all the time. By the way, just to give you a small spoiler of what's coming, in the next video I will reveal what are the 2 signs that carry an invisible shield against everything that is negative. These are signs that, even when they are surrounded by envy, heavy energies, or people wanting evil, they are still protected by a force that no one can explain. So if you are curious, you subscribe now, activates the notifications, and stay with me on this spiritual journey. Now, before you get out of here, write with all your intention, with all your energy, with all your faith, "I active my divine mission," and let's go together, build a chain of light, of manifestation, and on purpose, because what the universe has for you, it's still just starting. If you stayed with me here, it's because this message really touched your heart. And I want to thank you for remained until the end, because few people have this connection, this delivery, this spiritual attunement you have shown now. So if you have come here, do the following. Leave your like in this video. It shows the universe and to YouTube that this message has value and needs to reach other people who are also seeking spiritual responses. And enjoy. If you are not yet inscribed on the channel, click now the subscribe button, activates the bell of notifications, because the next videos will bring even deeper revelations about the signs, spiritual signs, and the manifestation techniques that can transform your life in a real way. Oh, and there is one more very special thing. I want to know who really stayed until the end of this video. If you are here now, comment below the phrase, "I am part of the chosen ones." Write this phrase in the comments, so that I know that you are part of this chain of people who are seeking evolution, connection, and the spiritual awakening. And before you leave, take a look at the next video that is appearing here on the left side of your screen. Click on it, because the content and the I have prepared will complement exactly everything you have learned here today, and it can bring answers that you don't even imagine. Go there. I wait for you in the next video.